Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what like an Emil Johansson gets paid these days. Like I don't know how that
I don't
works.
know
Like,
either. I'd love to
you
know.
know what I mean?
what What did you make at the height of it then? And I mean, I guess there was. See, free
Yeah.
riding so different to racing because we had
No.
salaries plus bonuses plus they paid you expenses. You had a pro contract in racing, so
Yes.
you did both styles. Like I thought, free riding was hard, difficult to make a living because they. I mean, you guys had some travel budgets, I heard, but and maybe if you
Oh
were on
yeah.
Specialized, you had a card that some athletes misspent on, and that got taken away.
Ah.
um,
Are we talking about Jordy's classic
yeah,
misspending of his
yeah, but
specialized card? And
I heard it was an honest mistake that the other cards were getting bounced first, and that was like last resort to not get beaten up. That's the
it
butchered version
was.
I've heard. So
Yes.
like it was an honest mistake and last resort to use the card. It wasn't like a naughty let's use the corporate card.
At the
So I heard.
Gentlemen's Club in Vegas. Oh. Yeah, there's some things that you probably don't want to do, but I mean, I don't know. What's the what's the consequence on both sides? You're like, I need to pay my tab and get the heck out of here, or I'm gonna get beat up by the bouncer. So
I know.
but yeah, it was cool. Jordy, um, Bear Claw, and Straight all had specialized credit cards. I never had a company credit card like with my name on it, and it didn't ever go to my account. I never had that. I got reimbursed. So 98, I got a bike and a jersey and a helmet. And then 99, Sobe signed on, and I got a letter in the mail saying, "Come back and race for us, and we'll pay you $9,600 this year." And I was like, "Woo, $9,600." So that was my first real paycheck, and that was just quarterly, I'm sure, at the time, and that was just for one team. So like I couldn't get another sponsor and make more money. When I left, and I don't remember the most I made racing. I don't really remember what that was, but it was not near what I was making with freeride, because then I left and got paid probably somewhere around 100 or 120 from Cannondale
Really?
with
You had a six-figure frame deal?
yeah.
Where that was at the
Well, I
height when
also
movies were a big. If you were in the movie parts, that's big for them because it was before the like kind of internet and social media, right?
I also had a signature bike with those guys, and I was doing R&D with those guys because I live like a few hours away, you know. So I had 6 years of signature bikes with those guys, um, and we had worked on a lot of different little projects. But anyway, I was real tight with those guys. I had a $20,000 travel budget that blew the heck. I blew that thing out of the water every year, and they kept paying it. It never capped ever.
Oh, nice, nice.
No, and I would go to California and go hang out with McCall and Aptos, and ride the jumps. Post office. Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, post office in
Oh,
Aptos.
you see
Yeah,
some smoke coming out of my ears for that one. So we go ride the jumps and everything else, and I would do that every single month as a, hey, I got new bikes and new sponsors. I got to get out there, and I got to shoot the bike, and I got to shoot the new sponsor gear, and I got to stay sharp. And so I was constantly using my travel budget, making money on the side, and then also all the other sponsors, like Maxis has been one of my longest running sponsors. That's always been a couple $1,000. But you get, let's say, a dozen sponsors to all throw a lump of money in the hat, and it adds right up, especially when some of those sponsors are GoPro and Red Bull. Um, I've had, I've worked with, Degree Body Spray, Lava Soap,
you've had a soap sponsor.
Yeah, Ford. I got a
Yeah,
truck for 2 years,
Ford's normal and cool, but you had a soap sponsor. Well,
dude.
why not? Breaking into the mountain bikers get stinky.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, just all these different sponsors, coming in and out over the years. But yeah, I made over 200 for a good grip of years, probably shoot 6 to 10 years or something like that, somewhere in there. I made great money.